When I hit Del during startup, am I entering CMOS or BIOS? For the longest time I assumed I was entering the BIOS setup, and CMOS is a chip that holds the settings I set in BIOS in its memory. I recently read somewhere that when I am configuring the boot order and etc., that's actually CMOS setup. I'm a little confused now. Could someone explain this to me?
Both. CMOS stores BIOS configuration information. When you enter setup, you are running the BIOS's configuration program, which loads the settings defined in CMOS. You are setting up the CMOS by providing configuration information the BIOS will use as it runs. The BIOS is a program written as firmware onto a ROM, so it cannot be written to, except by an all-or-nothing flash operation, which is dangerous, so not an everyday operation. The BIOS ROM stores its configuration info onto the CMOS when you hit F10. That's why clearing the CMOS restores your BIOS settings to default, and is why it doesn't delete the BIOS itself, leaving you with an expensive paperweight. An example, the BIOS has a subroutine that will load the OS per the boot order. The boot order information, however, e.g. use first CD-ROM as first device, is stored in the CMOS. If you clear the CMOS, the BIOS will use a default, usually the first disk on the first disk controller that is populated.
BIOS stands for Basic Input-Output System and CMOS stands for Complementary Metal Oxide Semiconductor. The BIOS system is written onto the CMOS microchip. You can't have a BIOS without a CMOS to hold it, so it's not uncommon for the two terms to be used interchangeably.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.